Here at the Dubai Navigator, we develop legal strategies that allow you to relocate your residence and business to the UAE, make tax-optimized investments in properties and stocks, and draft safe international estate plans to protect your global assets. Visit our website, thedubainavigator.com, to access free articles on tax and investment issues in Dubai and the UAE. Thank you for watching.
Real estate agents are experts in the art of selling properties, and they have a lot of tricks up their sleeves to get the best deal for their clients. Whether you're buying or selling a property, it's important to be aware of these tricks, so you can make an informed decision. Misleading language. Real estate agents are known for using misleading language to make a property sound more attractive than it actually is. For example, they might use terms like cozy or charming to describe a small or outdated property. Similarly, they might use phrases like price to sell or motivated seller to create a sense of urgency and pressure buyers into making a quick decision. Staging. Staging is the art of making a property look its best for potential buyers. Real estate agents will often hire professional stagers to rearrange furniture, add decorations, and even repaint walls to create a more appealing look. While staging can be helpful in showing off a property's potential, it's important to remember that it's just an illusion. Buyers should look past the staging and focus on the property's actual features and condition. Overpricing. One of the most common tricks used by real estate agents is to overprice a property. This can be done for several reasons, such as to make the property seem more valuable or to give the seller room to negotiate. However, overpricing can backfire if the property doesn't sell quickly. Buyers are often hesitant to make an offer on an overpriced property, and it can linger on the market for months or even years. It's important to do your own research and compare the price of the property to similar properties in the area. Don't be afraid to negotiate if you feel the price is too high. Underpricing. On the flip side, some real estate agents might underprice a property to create a bidding war and drive up the price. This can be a risky strategy, as it can attract buyers who aren't actually interested in the property but are just looking for a good deal. If you're interested in a property that seems underpriced, it's important to do your own due diligence and investigate why the price is so low. There may be underlying issues that the seller isn't disclosing. Limited access. Real estate agents may limit access to a property to create a sense of exclusivity and urgency. They might only allow viewings on certain days or at certain times, or they might require buyers to make an appointment in advance. While limited access can create a sense of exclusivity, it can also be a red flag. Buyers should be able to view a property at a time that's convenient for them and should be wary of agents who are overly restrictive. Pressure tactics. Real estate agents may use pressure tactics to push buyers into making a quick decision. They might create a sense of urgency by saying there are multiple offers on the property or that the price is going up soon. It's important to remember that you should never feel pressured into making a decision. Take the time you need to do your own research and make an informed decision. Concealing information. Real estate agents may conceal information about a property to make it seem more attractive. For example, they might not disclose a noise issue or a problem with the foundation. It's important to ask questions and do your own research before making an offer on a property. You may also go to Google Maps and look up reviews for a particular building. Don't be afraid to ask for documentation such as inspection reports or permits. Dual agency. Dual agency is when a real estate agent represents both the buyer and the seller in a transaction. While it can be convenient for both parties, it can also create a conflict of interest for the agent. In a dual agency situation, the agent is legally obligated to act in the best interests of both parties, but this can be difficult to do in practice. For example, the agent may be hesitant to point out issues with the property to the buyer if it could hurt the seller's chances of making a sale. If you find yourself in a dual agency situation, it's important to be aware of the potential conflicts of interest and do your own research to ensure you're making an informed decision. Offering incentives. Real estate agents may offer incentives to buyers to sweeten the deal. For example, they might offer to pay for the buyer's closing costs or to throw in a free home warranty. While incentives can be attractive, it's important to remember that they're often built into the price of the property. Playing hardball. Some real estate agents are known for playing hardball, using aggressive tactics to get the best deal for their clients. They may refuse to budge on the price or make unreasonable demands. While it's important to be firm in negotiations, it's also important to be respectful and professional. Buyers and sellers should be willing to compromise and find a solution that works for everyone. We do not sell real estate and are thus 100% independent advisors. We also specialize in securing your UAE property investments through international estate plans. Check out our website and our services at thedubainavigator.com. Thank you for watching.